Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. Now, listen, I'm here to talk to you guys about Don't Move. It's a new movie that just came out on Netflix. Sometimes I'll be Netflixing and chilling on the solo for dolo tip, and then other times I just be sleep or engaged in other shows. I don't know. There's not really a whole lot. Well, there's a whole lot to digest, but everything there's a fee for everything. And anyways, I stumbled upon Don't Move because I was on Twitter and I saw this clip of the woman in the truck and she couldn't talk really, and then the cop was asking her what was going on, and then the woman was like, help me. And the Oscar goes to, yeah. And then the cop, tries to help, and then the guy beats him up with the hose with the thing. So listen, I decided to I screenshotted it because I was like, I gotta watch this. I gotta figure out what's going on. Okay, that's a quick cast. So I was like, I gotta watch this. This looks pretty darn good. And so I was like, okay, Netflix be doing it with the new movies released in, this year, the current year, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, let me watch something fresh and new, because there's not really a whole lot of things that I really like into that I watch or whatever. So I'm like, let's get into her. She's in the top 10 movie section of Netflix. So I'm like, all right, so she must be good. Now listen here. If y'all haven't seen the movie yet, this is going to be like, I don't know how to say it, like not spoilery, but spoilery, right? Because I'm going to tell you right off the bat, the movie is a good, the movie is a good 8, right? But the ending like brings it to like a 4. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, usually when movies are like this, I'm like, is it worth watching? Because let me tell you, I was screaming at the TV. I was getting my life, okay? And there's some interesting situations that happen in this movie that aren't stereotypical, okay? And I liked that, right? I really did. I liked that aspect of it. And it got me really wanting to get to the end. Now, some people may be satisfied with the ending. Some people may be satisfied. But someone like me, someone that's pro-hero, never am I pro-villain. Like, when Thanos did the snap and everyone vanished, there were some people that were jacking off to that. I was upset and pissed, and I was like, I cannot believe y'all made my people disappear and Thanos gets away with this, right? So I'm that guy. But if you are the person that loves for the villain to reign supreme throughout the majority of the movie, then this movie is for you. But when we get to the ending, that's where it's kind of like, I don't know. Do you still like her? Do you not still like her? I don't know. It's up to you. But for me, the movie is a solid 8. Like I must watch. I'm on the edge of my bed because I was laying in bed watching her. And then when you get to the end, like I said, it's a 4, because bitch, that's how you gonna end her? That's how you gonna let that leave? Like, hell no. Hell no. So if you don't want the spoilery tidbits in my sporadic review, then now's the time to go watch Don't Move, and then come back to her, come back to this, come back to me, and then watch the rest past this point. Because I don't know about y'all, but I gotta talk about her. I'm gonna go through my notes and we're gonna talk about her. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, now, Don't Move is starring Kelsey Asbille or Asbile, however you pronounce that, and Finn Wittrock, okay? And there's other people in this movie, but they're not really. But noticeable mention, I have to mention Murray Treadwell as Bill. Baby, lit up the scene for me. Lit up the scene for me, okay? And then you got some other people in here that kind of like fillers, and they do their thing, or they do their thing, whatever. But this movie couldn't have cost that much, all right? And so in my mind, if they were able to sell this to Netflix and get a quick little coin, then I'm here for her. Not unless it's a Netflix original. I don't know, but sometimes Netflix originals don't really mean that Netflix made the movie. Anyways, so Don't Move. Great cinematography right off the rip. We're starting it off with these aerial shots and birds views, and she's in the bed and she's not moving. Then she moves. Then we get to see this red boat. The red boat is signifying something. Okay, boom. She leave a man in the bed. Now we don't know the man's name. The man is her husband, but the man don't know nothing. The man sleeps. She get up. She going on a pilgrimage, and lo and behold, she leaves her phone. Now I don't know in what world is it okay and or safe to go anywhere and leave your phone in the house. Even if I go to the gas station right down the block, I'm taking my phone with me. If I forget my phone, okay, depending on where I'm going, because there was one time where I forgot my phone and just kept going, and I was like, whatever, I'm going to go in here and then I'll be back, whatever. But 9.9 times out of 10, I'm not leaving my phone. But she leaves her phone. And I'm like, all right, whatever. She's leaving her phone. Then she goes to this national something park or whatever. Some name, I don't recall her. With mountains and rocks and lakes and rapids and stuff. Basically, where you can find bears, you can find deadly ants, you can find snakes, wild cats, I'm sure. She's going by herself. Now, mind you, it seems like at this particular moment, this park is closed or this area is closed or not. There's no one there. Okay. The parking lot is empty. Her car is the only car in the parking lot. Okay. And so she's looking, she goes to the memorial of her dead child. All right. And we're like, oh, okay. Then she's carving a heart and the symbols in this fake ass tree. Now the tree looked fake as hell. The tree looked fake as hell, but it's okay. I'm watching a movie. Wes, you're watching a movie. I know, goddammit, I'm reviewing her. So she goes to look over the cliff. And we see her looking over the cliff, and I'm like, oh, God, she about to kill herself, or she wants to kill herself. She lost the child is gone. She wants to kill herself. I'm like, okay, well, didn't do it. Didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Then out of nowhere, this man comes standing up next to her. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm on the verge of jumping off, okay, hallelujah. I don't want nobody coming up to the side of me saying, hey, how you doing? Right? So the guy strikes up conversation. He says his name is Richard. He tries to be nice. He tries to be the Romeo where foul thou, Romeo to Juliet kind of guy. Save a hoe, Captain Save a whore. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you got a husband. So why are you even remotely titillated by whatever it is he's saying? You don't know this man. So she off in her world, in her mind, she want to kill herself. So the man's like, all right, well, hopefully you change your mind and don't kill yourself. So he goes to walk off. Lo and behold, the broad follows him. And I'm like, okay, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not that friendly. I'm really not. In real life, I'm not. Like, if I'm at an event or a venue or a space where there's a multitude of people and you're like, hey, you're Wes, I think I know you, I watch your videos, then I'll respond. But some random person just coming up and saying, hey, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to respond to that, especially in a circumstance where I'm about to jump off a goddamn cliff to kill myself. I'm not responding to you, let alone following you back into the woods. But okay, whatever. She decides to follow this man. They make their way from the top of the mountain all the way down to the parking lot where there's now 2 cars, his car and hers. Okay. So she feels kind of like joyous about her, getting saved from this mystery hero named Richard or whatever. And he's like, all right, well, time to go. Whoop, de whoop, de whoop. I'm about to leave. And she goes to get in his car. Now, the man, Richard, so he says, pulls up so tight to her car that she can't get into the car. So she tries to struggle to get into the car. And he comes out, oh, looks like I blocked you in. Now he comes out of his car with an umbrella, all right? And I'm like, what are you about to do? Beat her upside the head with the umbrella? Like, what's going on? She looked down at the umbrella and she like, you're expecting rain today? And then he says something smart and approaches her. Now, this is when she gets scared. All this time passes and she gets scared all of a sudden because the man got an umbrella and it's sunny day. So she like, Richard, I don't know why you're walking up to me. Some stupid she said. So he like, I wish you would stop calling me that. Then he shocks her with the umbrella. The umbrella is a shocker. Shocker. Right? Now, so now she dazed out. And I'm like, this is why she can't move because she knocked out with the electrical shock. I'm like, okay, this is why she can't move. So now she wakes up. She's in the truck. She's zip tied. Her hands are zip tied. Her feet zip tied. Okay. She got the Apple Watch on. She tried to use the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch don't work because there's no signal out in the mountains. Okay. And he's like, well, I'm glad you didn't bring your phone because, your phone will give you Wi-Fi. So there's some chit-chatting from the back and chit-chatting from the front. They chit-chatting. So then she realizes and remembers that she has the knife. She has a knife with her, that she carved the thing into the fake tree. So she goes to get the knife and she goes to like pop the zip ties that's on her wrist. And I'm like, all right, okay, she's smart. And the zip ties is making noise. So she goes ahead and tries to have a dialogue conversation with this man so as to not alert him at the fact that, she about to pop the zip tie. So I'm like, okay, so she a smart broad. We don't know nothing about this girl. We don't know if she a boxer. We don't know if she a stay-at-home mom. We don't know nothing about her. All we know is that she wanted to kill herself because she lost her son. And she blames herself. Okay, whatever. But she's smart on her feet, allegedly. And she she takes herself out the zip ties, her hands. Then she goes and says something smart before jumping out to attack him. Now, I don't know why. In my mind, I'm like, I don't know why you have to make this note, like make it known that you're about to attack him. She like, yeah, that's what you get. And then she goes to launch. I'm like, girl, you should have just launched on him. You should have just launched on him. And of course, because she raises her voice and it's like an alertness to her, it's also an alertness to him. And he's, caught off. He catches on to what's about to happen and he stops her from stabbing him. And so there's the scuffle, the kerfuffle, and then they end up crashing into this tree. Now, mind you, she didn't have her seatbelt on. I thought she was going to fly out the window, but she don't fly out the window. She get whiplash. The man had his seatbelt on in the front, so he get a little knocked out, get the wind knocked out of him or whatever, but he's like waking too. Now, mind you, at this point, y'all follow me. I'm at the edge of my bed, like screaming, bitch, get out the fucking car. Let's go, ho. Let's go, ho. Stab him some more. Stab him. What? Like, let loose on this whore. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, she's like frazzled and all this stuff. And he goes to like grab her or whatever to get from not getting out the car. She's smart because she's thinking on her feet. She go grab the seatbelt and choke him up. She's choking him. And I'm like, wring his neck. Wring his goddamn neck. Kill him. All right. So she choking him with the seatbelt, choking him. And then he's smart too. So he take the back seat belt down or the chair to lean the seat back. And so he don't get choked. So he gasping for air. Then he go to get kicked. He go to get up. She kick him. I'm like, this girl can fight. Okay. But then she gets out the car. She can't really get up out the car. And then she grabbed the knife. She take the knife, undo her feet. Then she get up and she got the knife. She's like, get away from me or I'll kill you. There's some words and exchanges. Then the man tells her that you've been drugged. You're not going to be able to get too far. Okay. You about to be paralyzed in a couple seconds. Okay. And so I don't know where you think you going. Okay. But you could try. I'll be here. I'll be right behind you. So you can go ahead and try to run. But I'm going to find you. Baby, she running. I don't know about y'all, but I would run too. I don't care about what you're saying. You injected me with something? Okay, well, I'm going to see how far I can get before you catch me. So she running. It's this huge running scene or whatever. And then she realizes that she's not going to get too far because her limbs start giving out. So she goes to hide. But she goes to hide in like this log thing. She goes to hide like this log thing, right? And so mind you, she getting paralyzed. She can't talk, all this stuff. She can't, she knows stuff is happening. Like she coherent, she conscious, but she can't move really. Child, tell me why these ants Chinese ants start coming out of the wood, honey, and they say, "Ooh, we smell something. Let's go see what it is." You know, the ants don't play. Like I was doing this photo shoot one time, and I had like these sandals on, like open toe sandals, and I was standing on their house. Now I didn't know I was standing on their house because it was, it was the ground. But y'all, I go standing on the house, and then all of a sudden, I'm feeling like these tingly things on my feet, like pinches, like small pinches on my feet. I look down, my whole foot is damn near covered in ants. Child, I took off running. I took off. They got off of me, but now I know what she going through because I'm like, bitch, you can't move. Because if you move, this man gonna find you. But these ants about to eat you up. Now these ants is chilling. They feeling the flesh. Then one of them go up in her nose, and I said, "Oh girl, you got to, you got to get up out that log, honey. You got to get up out that log, honey." So she get up out the log, right? And she make this gasp like, "Oh, ah!" I don't know why she had to make that noise, because it alerted the man. The man come back. Now, mind you, she ain't got much mobility, but she got enough mobility to get to the rapid lake. That's the rapid lake slash no river, the running water to the side. So she goes into the running water. Now he like, "You gonna drown? Don't do that. You gonna drown." She don't care. She trying to get away from him. Child, she make it to the end of the water. She come out on the ground. Now this is what I'm telling you. This is where the movie is like 8-ish, 9-ish, right? This whole thing is like 8-ish, 9-ish. I'm amped, right? I'm like, how this horror gonna get away? I'm amped. Child, then Murray. I'm gonna say Murray because that just sound better. This old white man come doing the lawn right at his cabin that's off in the wilderness, and he ain't got no neighbors. He one of them, child. So then he doing the lawn. I'm like, child, he about to run this bitch over, because she can't move. She can't say, don't run me. She can't say nothing. Only thing that moves is her eyes, and she could blink. Baby, hey, listen, this shit get good, baby. So he see her, and he like, "Hey, you okay?" No, she not okay. She laid out. You was about to run her over with the lawnmower. She laid out. So then, he goes and kneels down. Hey, are you all right? And he moves his finger around. She sees her eyes is following the finger. "Okay, so you're awake. I'm gonna move you to the side. I'm gonna move you on your back. Is that okay?" "Okay, I'm moving you." So she move him. He move her. So then he start asking realistic questions, smart questions, right? Yes or no responding kind of questions. So then she blinked once. He say, are you hurt?" He say, "Oh, okay, so that mean no. So two blinks mean no. One blink mean yes." Try to see this good. I want him to say, "Are you in danger?" I want him to say something but he don't. He said, "I'm gonna go get the police, but I'm gonna bring you to the house, but I can't lift you. I'm old, honey. I can't lift you. So I'm gonna go to the house. I'm gonna get the police, and I'm gonna come back, child." In my mind, I'm like, don't leave her, because she gonna get got by this man. Don't leave her. But child, she get in the wheelbarrow, and he take her to the house, right? Boom. So on the edge of my seat. So Murray goes to say something to her, right? "Okay, let me call the cops. Woo, 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 woo." Then out of nowhere, there's a knock at the door. Baby, when I said that knock came at the door, I said, "Bitch." I said, "Tell him something. Tell him." Child, Murray get the knock on the door. Murray look at Murray look. Murray look at Iris, right? And Iris, I'm like, "Bitch, you better tell him something." Iris blinking like, just blinking, like blinking. "Hello, alert, alert, alert. Don't do it, don't do it." Bitch, I'm like, "Yes, you better tell him. You better tell him." So then you know how the edit it is. The edit didn't have Murray go to the door. So we don't know what happened to Iris. Is she still in the wheelbarrow? We don't know. So of course, it's Richard at the door, the man, the crazy psycho at the door. So Murray like, "All right, I'll help you. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to call the cops," or something he said, right? He closed the door on Murray, right? And he goes to go get the girl and figure some stuff out. Child, Murray, Richard comes into the door behind Murray, come into the house behind Murray. Maria like, what are you doing? I told you to wait outside. Then, there's some scuffle, kerfuffle with verbiage between both of them. Mind you, Murray is smart. He's smart. He's smart, y'all. Because Richard know that something's afoot. So he go looking around the house, but Iris is not in the wheelbarrow no more. So in our minds, we're like, bitch, yes, she hit him. Or he hit her, right? So boom. Then Richard started lying and talking about love and life, and my wife not died, and whatever. She catatonic and can't move. All these lies or whatever. So tell me why Murray starts to believe this man. Now I'm like, okay, now this is where it goes from 8 to 9 to like 5. Because I'm like, y'all not about to do this to me. Right. Boom. So then, Murray is like, you know what? I haven't been honest with you. Then all of a sudden his phone, the Richard phone go off. Right? Richard phone go off. So Murray is like, didn't you tell me your phone, didn't you tell me you lost your phone or your phone didn't work or something with the crash or whatever? So then Murray gets snapped back into reality. Mind you, you just hid this wife from this man. She was blinking all the hell for you to help her. And so now he snapped back into reality. So he like, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, so let's do what we gotta do and something along the lines, and he get up. So then Richard like, oh no, I know something's crazy. I'm getting up too. What's up? You got to tell me something. Tell me why. Because I knew. Something told me this man was about to be helpless, feeble, old, withering, and Richard was going to find a woman all on his own. Tell me why this man. Now this is when the movie becomes an 8 and 9 again. Okay, I was hot at this moment. Murray pushes Richard into the bookshelf, and the bookshelf fall on him. Now tell me why Murray is a boxer or something. Murray been there through that life. Murray know how to defend himself. Murray is that what? So he come around, he pushed Richard into the thing, and he like, look, man, I need you to get out of here or something. I'm gonna call the cops. No, he called the cops. He like, yeah, I got somebody in my house and he won't leave. Whoop de whoop de whoop, yada yada yada, boom. So then, Richard started talking like he about that life. And Morea's like, I ain't scared of you. I'm really not. I said, bitch, I know that's right. You living in the woods by yourself, homie. You got to have some cojones, okay? And in my mind, I'm like, where's the shotgun? Like I knew one of these men living in the cabins would have a shotgun. Where's the shotgun at? Child, it's a whole fight scene. And tell me why. Murray is whooping Richard ass. I'm screaming. I'm at the edge of my bed like, yes, get him. Murray is fucking this man up. You hear me? And then out of nowhere, Murray throws him into the desk. Stuff falls on the ground. Now, mind you, the girl is under the couch the whole time. So I'm like, he about to see her because there's too many shots where he's on the ground. Don't look that way. I'm like, oh, this is good editing. This is good. So then Murray kicking him, bang, kicking him, bang, bang. Then when he goes to kick him again, Richard finds a knife, stabs Murray in the shins or the ankle. And then that brings Murray down. And then, Richard starts stabbing him. I'm like, oh, damn it. I knew this couldn't have lasted too long because there's like 40 more minutes left in this movie. All right, so then boom, Richard starts to burn up the house. And in my mind, I'm like, this bitch still under the couch. How's she about to burn up? And I'm like, no, I know she's not about to burn up because I ain't see the cop scene yet. So she starts to get mobility back in her muscles and her fingers start flipping the blinds. She signals, I'm in here. Richard goes to get her, drag her back in the car. Boom. A hot mess. Then we get these monologues and shit learning about Richard. I don't care about Richard. I don't care about what happened to him, why he doing this. I don't care. I want to learn more about this woman. And I don't care about Richard. I don't care about the villain. Boom. So Murray's car burns up Murray. Murray's truck ain't got no gas. So now he need to go to the gas station. I'm like, another opportunity for her to get the signal to get some help. So boom. Richard go in the gas station, leave Iris in the car. Now Iris is getting mobility back, but she ain't fully alert. She ain't fully here, right? And so boom, cars is coming. She looking to see everybody that's around that could potentially help her, but she can't really move. She can't really do much. She can't speak. She can't yell help, nothing. So then out of nowhere, this boy by the name of Demov Saw, I'm assuming this is his name because I see him in the credits. Um, and so he come out of the car that pulls up his mama and dada in the car. The dada go into the thing, the mama in the car. So the boy come to the side where Iris is, and he's staring at her. Like he want to say something, but he don't say something. Then the mom was like, "What are you doing? Why are you staring at this woman? Like, what's going on?" Now, mind you, typically, if something was okay, like if a mother comes up to a child that's looking at a window in a car, the woman in the car would respond, would say something, would say, "Hey, it's okay, no problem. I'm a little tired," or whatever. But she can't move, she can't speak, so she just staring. So the mom was like, "Okay, that's a little weird, but baby, come away from this car. I don't know what's going on with her." Then the mother see Richard come back in the car and forcefully tie her up, put the seatbelt on her or whatever the case may be. Boom. So the woman not minding her business, which is great. That's a good thing. You don't mind your business. Look at the cues. Look at the cues. See the signs. See the signs. The woman like, what's going on? Something's off with this. Okay, license plate of the truck. Let me call the cops. So the woman called the cops. The man go back to the old truck where the car crash was. Whoop de whoop. He tried to fix the car back. Whoop de whoop de whoop. The cop pull up. The scene that I saw on Twitter. The cop pull up. His name is Daniel Francis. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. I don't know what this is where the movie kind of downgraded to me. It went from like an 8 to 9 to like a good 6. Cause I don't know in what world a cop is responding the way that Daniel Francis respond and seeing this. Maybe because the man and the wife are white. So maybe he's going to ask all of these kinds of questions. But in real life or my life, a cop wouldn't have asked all these questions. A cop wouldn't have surveyed the scene. A cop would have just assumed, and all hell would have broke loose if both parties were black. I'm just saying it is what it is, but I digress. I'm going to move past the mess. And I'm going to get through it because the cop seemed relatively intelligent, kinda. Even when Richard was being smart ass with him, the cop took too much of that for me. It's not my life. I don't know that life. I don't know that life where a cop is going to have a 30-minute conversation with you, a crash car on the scene. You talk about somebody was drunk. Your license is expired. Okay. And you got this woman in the front of the car who's allegedly drunk and not really saying much of anything. This whole 30-minute investigation would not have taken place if we were in Atlanta and those two people were black. Period. But whatever. Somehow Iris rolls down the window and, the cop moved to the side of the window and he's like, huh, what's going on? She like, right? And the Oscar goes to me for emulating, what happened in that scene, baby. So he like, step back. I want to hear what she got to say. Then Richard grab a hose, smacks him in the face with the hose, and takes a chunk out the man brain. And then he killing him. He put him in the car. He burned up the car. This man like to burn up shit. Then they move from that scene. Then we get another monologue moment. I don't really care about him at all. Then he's like, you know what? F it. We're going to turn around. Because mind you, we discovered that he's a regular father with a regular daughter and a regular co-parenting situation. Okay? And the parent and the daughter are like, we coming up tomorrow. We not waiting because I got things I got to do and we coming up. So he got to move this process along. We don't know what this process is, what he does. He wants to say he's God and play God. I don't care, okay? Metacritic gave this movie a 54%. Rotten Tomatoes give this a 71%. IMDb gives it a 5.9 out of 10. I can imagine why. But I'm telling you, the movie is a solid 8. And then when you get to the ending, it's a solid 4 for me. 4, but I still watched her and she was good. So then, boom. He like, okay, I can't deal with this no more. It's a lot going on. We're going to speed up the process. So he decides to take her to a lake. Yeah, a lake. He decides to take her to a lake and a canoe is there. He zip ties her again. But before we get that, she tries to stab him with the drug that he stabbed her with, but her fingers can't push the needle in so to induce the drug into him. So when we move past that, I'm like, girl, I don't know why you thought you was strong enough to do that yet, but whatever. So we move past that. We get to the canoe. She in the canoe. He's about to drown this broad. And I'm assuming that there's other women down in this lake. He about to drown her. He got a knife and a gun in the back butt of his pocket or the back butt part of his pants. So she like, can you help me? She started crying and stuff. The same kind of ploy that he tried on Murray back in the cabins before he like got beat up by the old man. So she started crying, she pulls on his heartstrings and she's like, can you at least just take the boat out of my pocket? I want to see the boat. If I'm about to die, I want to see the boat. I'm like, girl, what? So he goes to take the boat out. And in my mind, I'm like, bitch, you better push him over or something, do something. Somehow, some way, I don't know. We don't see it, but she's that quick now. Her muscles are back. She takes the knife out of his back pocket, comes up with this one-liner saying thing like, yeah, I'm not apologizing. I'm not sorry. Whatever she says. And then she stabs him through the neck and it comes through his cheek. I'm like, okay, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Let's go. Let's go. Then boom. He pushes, she knocks the thing over, knocks the boat over. He falls in the water. Now he comes back. The gun lands in the car. Gun lands in the boat. She picks up the gun. She goes to get the gun. She see him coming back up to the thing. Pop, 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 pop. She goes shooting him. Shoot him in the leg. Shoot him in the chest. He falls in the water. Now somehow he's swimming. Somehow he's swimming back to shore. So he got there's something in him. He's swimming back to shore. I just knew alligators was about to come and kill him. That's what I thought. But that didn't happen. Child, she shot up the whole boat. The boat's starting to sink. So now she dead, right? So we assume. Next edit, she come out the water. And she's swimming like this. She's swimming. She get to the dock. She gets on top of the dock. And in my mind, I just knew the man was gonna come behind her and beat her up or something. But that doesn't happen. We see the man roll back up on shore at the lake or whatever. She looks, she like, this man's still alive. All right, well, let me go talk to him. So she walks over to him. Now, this is where the movie could have stayed at a solid 8. Could have stayed here. She goes and looks at him and he like gasping for air and he's on the verge of death. On the verge of death, okay? In this moment, she could have stepped on his throat. She could have held her foot planted on his throat until she knew she was suffocating done with air. She could have grabbed a boulder and dropped it on his head. She could have grabbed a branch and kept beating him like he beat that cop over and over again. She could have grabbed a phone, said your father is about to die. Something. She could have did something in this moment to signify that the man was dead. Because this man made sure everybody he ran through was dead before he moved on. Okay? You know what this woman did? This woman looks at him. I think she said something. At this point, I'm like, I was waiting for her to stomp his neck in. She walks away, leaving this man alive. And then she stops, or the edit stops, mid-walk, and then we get the credits. Ciao. What? Now, all the way up into this all the way up into this ending, the movie was bomb.com, okay? Mind you, the cop wasn't realistic. Okay, boom. But the fact that the old white man beat up Richard was sickening to me because I just knew this old white man was about to cough and he couldn't fight and he was about to be feeble. This man whooped his ass and said, I ain't scared of you, punk. That scene was everything to me, okay? And the fact that this woman tried in every scenario to get away. She was intuitive and smart enough. She grabbed the syringe. She was intuitive and smart enough. She grabbed the knife. She was intuitive and smart enough. She hid in the log. She was intuitive and smart enough. She saw that she was in danger. Unfortunately, she couldn't get out of it when she said, we're expecting rain. She was intuitive and smart enough. But we get all this intuition and this intelligence only to lead us to an ending where she walks away leaving the man alive and we don't know what happens. He doesn't get arrested. He doesn't get shot up by the cops. He done killed all these people and nothing happens to him. He just sits at the water gasping for breath and we don't know if he's dead or not. This is when scenarios like this in movies waste many of people's times. And I would have to assume that it's getting a 54, a 5.9, and a 71 because the ending was a waste of time. But I still loved her though. I did. I would tell anyone to watch her. I would. It was a fun, edge of my bed movie, and yeah, y'all should watch it. Anyways, leave your comments below. Did you like the movie? What would you rate it from a 1 to 10? I would give it a good solid 8 for 85% of the film, and then the ending is a good 4 or 5. So that makes it like a middle grade. Rotten Tomatoes 70, IMDb 6. Yeah, that gives it middle grade. 54 Metacritic. Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I would be fair and give it more a solid 7.5. I would. Yeah. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you watched Don't Move and what were your thoughts. Deuces.